Boom, bam, just like that. Another episode of Industrial Strength Dopeness, where we bringing you the highest level of maximum degree of dopeness at its peak, the pinnacle of dopeness, the strongest, greatest industrial strength dopeness. You know what I'm saying? So we like to have great conversations with great people from around the world. Today we've got a revolutionary artist from Dublin, Ireland, who's put in a lot of footwork there, UK, around the world, an inspiration to his community, to his team, a leader in the streets, somebody that's a force in this game, someone that held the real ones down from personal experience when we was out there in Dublin, you know what I'm saying, who deserves a full salute. My man, Tall Order right here in the building.
Appreciate that, bro. Legendary James Wade. What's happening with you? You good?
Man, we good, brother. And I appreciate you coming on, man. I miss Ireland. I was just prepping for the interview, man. I really miss it, man. And I hope y'all well out there. On the show, we kick off the show the same way. Every artist gets the same question. Every person gets the same question, the same first question. And that question is this. If you made a song about your morning this morning, what would the title of the song be?
Yeah, I actually made a song this morning. It wasn't. That's funny. Yeah. It was that, and
You're the
funnily
first
enough,
one that's made a song this morning.
yeah. You see, it's what time is it now? It's 4 p.m. nearly here now, so it's not really in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably early over there, is it?
Yeah, it's pretty early. Well, I'm in California right now. It's like 7:30 in the morning, but
Yeah.
I'm an
So I
early
made a
bird,
song
man.
this
I'm
morning.
always up
Funnily
early.
enough, it was called Cali Cali.
Cali, Cali.
Cali Cali. It's like a
Oh, that's
reggae
dope.
rap song about Cali Wade. So
Nice.
that's
So if you went back in the studio today, if you went back and made a song that was describing your morning, the song was about your morning this morning, what would that title be?
probably something to do with the sun. Sun is out or something. See, we haven't had sunshine in Dublin for 15 days now. There's been no sun. It's just like we haven't seen the sun once. So probably the sun is out today for the first time in 15 days. So probably something sun shining or something. Cruising in the
Sun is
sunshine.
out in Dublin.
Sun is it's not
Frozen in the
warm.
sunshine. Ooh,
It's
that's
not.
hard.
It's still cold as fuck, but it's sunny. Do you know what I mean?
Frozen in the Sunshine is a great
Frozen in the
title.
sun. Yeah, that's it.
So
That's it.
so here's how the Frozen in the Sun. So here's how the game works. Here's how the show works. So we're gonna just kick it and have a regular conversation.
Oh,
If at any point in the conversation you can organically, very naturally, without forcing it, if you can organically say that title in a sentence, right? Frozen in the sun. If you slide it in somewhere, right, in a cool way, we'll donate 1% of the monetization from this video every time you do it, up to 10% to your favorite charity.
oh,
You
that's
know what I'm
dope.
saying? So every time you slide it in, yeah. So boom, boom. We're gonna kick it off right now. I got a lot of respect for you and your movement out there, bro. And just
Likewise.
the struggle. Yeah, I appreciate you and the struggle of the historic struggle of Irish people against British colonialism and other things, right? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So I know it's been going down. Let's kick it off with a little hip hop, and then I want to get into some history. And I was wondering, what was the Dublin hip hop scene like when you started your career versus how it is now? Like, what are the big differences?
Yeah, mainly when we started out, a lot of people were rapping with American accents, So we sort of me and another couple of guys changed that. Like that's not being real. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it would appeal to American audience, but you're not real to yourself. Do you know what I mean? It's like you rapping in an English accent, like that's fake as
Right.
fuck,
It
basically. Do
doesn't
you know what I
feel
mean?
right.
So no, so when they're using like American twang and American accents, maybe it sounds more appealing to your ear, but it's not doing anything for the Irish hip hop scene in general. Do you know what I mean? It's not moving it forward. So basically, we were banging our heads against the wall. So we were out here like basically we were frozen in the sunshine. You know what I mean? so
Nice. See,
so
there you got one.
yeah, it was tough. So we were doing shows. There was no one coming to them, releasing tracks. You pour your heart out on a song. You do a song like Brenda's Got a Baby, and like revolutionary song, storytelling, and it's just no one's listening to them. So it was hard for that first probably 5 years until we changed people's perspectives. You know,
How did you change people's perspectives to
just
be
by
more authentic with that?
mainly by like telling the other artists that we're doing it. Look, you have no choice. You're doing it in the Irish accent, whether you like it or not. Do you know what I mean? Oh, we're coming for you.
Right.
so,
So you just got straight gangster with this shit.
basically, do you know what I mean? So now a lot of the black artists that are from Ireland now, they rap in an English accent because the UK scene is popping off. So it's the same thing. We have to say to them now, the black artists, like, listen, you're from Ireland, you're born in Ireland, you're changing your culture. Like, they're walking around talking in an English accent as well. And we're like,
Was it in that era, that 5 year period where, back in the day when it was, making the transition to the authenticity? Is there any other artists that were out there rocking with you that were always authentic, like always authentic, and part of that movement to convey that authenticity to other artists?
yeah, there was a few, yes. One of them died, Lunatic, rest in peace, Lunatic. He was one of the
Rest in peace. Now you good? I know you big boss, man. Bossellini out there, man. Irish boss, man.
some
It's all good.
regardless. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was hard changing people's perspectives, but we got there in the end. So like my debut album went to #1 in Ireland and Denmark as well, it's funnily enough. So we did something like, do you know what I mean? And now there's a lot of
Your
artists
day,
like
your
back in
debut
my day,
album went to #1. Your
went to
debut
#1
album,
in
pardon. Okay,
my one, yeah, went to #1 in Denmark and Ireland. And
nice.
yeah, now then the drill thing came in and a lot of artists are doing the drill thing, which I don't really ride with the drill thing. I'm more of an old school hip hop, you know what I mean? Storytelling, something with substance, you know what I mean? Like yourself.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I got a lot of respect for you, bro. You know how we move out here, man. And funny enough, this made me think about before my next question. I was thinking about before I got on this interview. I was like, yo, because when I was out there in Ireland, bro, man, it's hard to understand motherfuckers, bro. Like sometimes I can't understand, bro, with the way the slang and so much slang and I'm lit
Mm.
and I'm like, and then I know that I talk I mumble talk and southern and I got this hood, I got all this, and I've been challenging the closed captions on these videos forever anyway. But like me and you in this conversation, we're gonna bring it the ultimate challenge to the closed
Yeah,
captions because I
they're
don't
gonna
know what they're
struggle.
gonna come up with. Yeah, they're gonna
Yeah,
be struggling. They're gonna be struggling, bro. So, but it's good, and I wanted to share this part of the world with people. It's funny. Well, there's all type of things that people aren't aware of in music, right? But it's funny how like American artists in general don't really think about Ireland when they think about European hip hop or UK hip hop, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's like it just I want to open a platform to help, put eyes on,
yeah.
you and your team and the others out there and just do my part. So this is dope already. I'm having a lot of fun, man. So I got
Appreciate that. Way. Historically, we've had the best poets in the world anyway, with James, yeah, or William Yeats and whatever their name is. I don't know their names. But we've had a
no,
lot of
it's all
Oscar
good.
Wilde and Yeats, and we've had the best poets in the world. So we can't we be good in hip hop? You know what I mean? It's just it's not pleasant on his ears because you don't know the slang and you can't understand the words a bit. But that's what we were like listening to American hip hop back in the day. But it grew on us, and so maybe it can
Yeah,
grow on you as well.
and y'all got it. Y'all got the drive out there because a lot of people think, oh, it's white people, so it's all good, right? Man, it's y'all had me in the projects with nothing but white people and gangster. It's like the wildest. Yeah, Ireland is some gangster ass motherfuckers, man. Like it's a lot going on in the streets out there, man. Like I was
So
like, damn, and that's
funnily enough, it's reversed. It's reversed over here. Like I'm in the projects right now. Like I'm sitting in the garden here in the car with the phone cable zip tied to the steering wheels. I mean, like, you don't
yeah,
get any more gangster than that. Like, but
yeah,
yeah, like a lot of black people in Ireland, they live in nicer areas, so it's strange. Like, so if you come over to Ireland and you go to like the projects, you'll probably only see like a handful of black people, like, whereas it'd be mainly white people. So yeah, so that's why my
I
accent
remember.
will be a bit different from your regular Irish accent that you see on the television or whatever, because that's sort of like ghetto Dublin, like, it's like Conor McGregor basically.
Right, right. You know what I was thinking it'd be fun to do while I got you on this interview is if we can really quickly, even if it's just a couple words, let's do like the official Irish hip hop slang dictionary. Like
Yeah.
let's give a couple words to the people. Like can you bless us with some like common slang words? And then that way if we go listen to the music we might get it even more now that we know it.
So if we say smack, you know what smack is, do you?
What
Smack
smack
would
is?
be
I mean, yeah.
smack is heroin for
Right.
us.
Yep, that's the same.
So
Yep.
if you say you're strung out on smack, you're strung out on heroin.
Mm-hmm.
What if I say to you, what's the crack, bud? That means how are you? Do you know what I mean? So
What's the crack boy?
so bud. So if I call you bud, that means like your friend. Do you know what I mean? So
Ah,
what's the
bud.
crack, bud?
Okay.
Means like what's happening, man. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, what's
So
the crack
it's
bud? Okay.
what's the crack, bud?
Yeah.
There's loads. Jacks would mean toilet. So what
Jax
else?
would mean what?
Toilet, toilet. So loo.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Um, straightener, straightener would mean you want to have a fight with someone. So if I was asking you to have a fight, I'd say, do you want to come outside and have a straightener? So you're
A
straightening
straightener.
things out. You're having a
The
straightener, yeah.
straightener. Ooh,
Yeah,
catching
or
the
a knock.
fade is
If I say,
straightener.
yeah. So if I say to you, we'll have a knock off you, means I'll have a fight with you as well. So knock and straightener means fight basically. So you might see
Ooh.
Conor McGregor even in an interview where he's saying about Habib or whatever, we'll have a knock off you any day, means I'll have a fight with you. Do you know what I mean? So basically them sort of
Mm.
things.
Right, right. I like
There's
that. That was
loads,
dope.
loads.
Yeah, that was good right
Funnily
there.
enough,
Perfect.
yeah, when I released my debut album, I released it with a comic book, and the comic book had all the slang words in it, which were on the album
Nice.
translated for people.
Nice. What you call it? Man, that's why I fuck with you, bro. You innovative, man. You like a
Yeah,
comic book with the album. Come on, man. Like that's
yeah, I released the
creative,
comic
bro.
book. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like. We got what's the name of that? Is it available now for people to check out still?
Don't think so. It's Free Life and Death. It was called.
Mm,
The
yeah.
trailer. See, I'm banned everywhere now. I'm banned on YouTube. I'm banned on Instagram. Banned on Facebook. Banned on Spotify. I'm banned everywhere now.
Oh, you're banned on Spotify. You're banned on Facebook. You're banned on YouTube. For
Facebook,
what?
YouTube, Instagram. Because I released a song called Officer Down about a member of the police. We called them the Garda. So yeah, we actually had all pigs' heads. We did the music video outside the police station. And we had like 5 stolen cars, and we're running them up in them outside the police station with the pigs' heads. And I'm talking about killing the cops, you know what I mean, on the song. And we burned all the cars outside the police station in the video. So basically, I got a letter then off the head of the police force in Ireland saying if I release the video, there'll be heavy consequences now. So I just wrote a letter saying fuck you, and I sent it back to him, and I released the video, and now I'm banned everywhere. So I did
Revolutionary
change.
but gangster.
Yeah, yeah. So I changed my name. I changed my name from Tall Order to Two Stories. I released 2 albums under that
Okay, bet.
alias, and I put them on
Mm.
Spotify, and still they got deleted. So it's like they knew me voice, or they knew, I don't know what it was, but so they're only available now on Bandcamp. So I mean, that's all I'm allowed to upload this. So
Well, shout out to
basically,
Bandcamp for being like the Cuba of political refugee music,
exactly, yeah.
like like
So
political exile music.
so I tried to come out of the darkness. So I released 2 albums on the same day. One of them was called Out of the Darkness, and the other one was called Into the Light. So I wanted
Mm.
to come out being frozen in the sunshine. So I came out of the
Ooh,
darkness and I went into the light. So I released 2 albums on the same day. One is dark and one is light. So
dope, dope. That's fucking awesome, bro. That's fucking awesome, man. I know too. We're gonna bounce around a little bit. I know that
yeah, yeah,
you're a veteran in this game. In the Dublin rap game, and like number ones and still releasing stuff and still out there active. But I know that you also been managing your nephew, who's been coming up, making
yeah,
a
yeah.
big splash. Doing his viral thing and all that. What's the difference? Like, what would you say is the biggest difference between being an artist and being a manager of an artist?
Yeah, I've always started being a manager anyway because from doing the shows and all, I used to do the shows, bring acts out from America and promote them, and would manage all the acts that were going on the stage and all. So people used to ask me, "Will you be my manager?" And I'd be like, "Listen, I'm a rapper. I don't want to be a fucking manager." Like, but obviously with my nephew, then I had to. He came up to me. He's like, "This is all I want to do. I want to rap." And I was like, "Yeah, whatever." Do you know what I mean? And then he's like, I says, what music do you listen to? I listen to Tupac, fucking Biggie, and WA. I was like, whereas all the other kids are listening to Bleed, they don't even know who Tupac or anything is. So I mean,
Right,
nowadays, like, it's crazy. Like, you say, oh, who's that? It's fucking Tupac. I mean, what you mean, who is that? That's mind blowing. Like,
for
so
real.
that's all he listens to, and that's all he wants to put out there is old school storytelling, something with substance, like myself. So obviously, I'm gonna back him to the fullest, and yeah, so I'll continue to manage his career, and he's doing great things. So
We
back to your
salute
question,
that.
what's the difference? The difference is it's not much of a difference. It's the
Hmm.
same. I'm still fighting for him, like I'll be fighting for myself. So
Mm.
same sort of thing. The only
I
thing
like that.
now is there's a bigger audience now in Ireland for hip hop. When I was growing up, when I was in it, there wasn't
Mm.
the audience there. We had to try get the audience basically. So now there's a bigger audience now, and like the few of them are signed to Universal, and a couple of Irish rappers have big record deals now. So
Mm.
that's his next step.
That's right. That's right. He got some bars for us today. He said he wanted to bless us with a couple of those bars.
Yeah, yeah, he has some bars. Yeah, so want to spit some bars? Yeah, just
I mean, if he
make
wants
sure you
to,
allow it.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, he's always down for spitting bars. Come up closer to the phone.
Lean the camera over toward him maybe or something if you can. I know it's rigged up and all that. Yeah.
Straight up.
That project rig, man.
Up.
What's up, Brody? Introduce yourself to the world or the people listening and all that.
So you introduce yourself. Hang on, I'll give him the headphones. Wait.
All right, cool. What's up,
What's
nephew?
up, everybody? It's just Josh.
Peace, brother. Good to meet you, man. And
Nice to
I'm
meet you.
definitely a fan of the work, and I see what you've been doing. Full salute. I salute everything you're doing. Keep pushing, keep mashing.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Yeah, go ahead and bless us with some of that work, man. See what you got, man.
In the land of the cutthroats, I'm coming with the Rambo,
Yeah.
cutting up your hamstrings and put you on a sambo, acting all hard. I can tell that you're a fan though, clucking like a chicken when I see you up in Nando's. Actor, you know Marlon Brando, acting like a chief, never see you in a bando. The only strings you pull are the four on a banjo. You know Dubs, Tall Order or a Jambo. You're more like a Kojak, acting like the Mando. Nibble on the meat like you're sucking on Carozo. Take the mask off, bro, you look like a bozo. Never gonna hold back, always up front, cause I front that funk till the junk gets flunked. I chase that dream and I take them peers. Life's so better when you make that cheddar. If you make that cheddar, say cheers. Tweak that flow like an PCP, cause I trace that beat like an ECG. Got the CD and the BC slider, coming for that Benz like a deep sea diver. Flat map black, got the chrome back box, 20-inch rims with the black card top. I'm hot right now, we was cool back then. Hand on the wheel of me new black Benz, cruising down the jeweler, doing 110. Arm out the window, man, this watch looks nice. Sunny outside, but I rock this ice. I rock this thick, cause the drip's so fresh. Press that crease, cause my kick's so blessed. Look at that line, man, the fade's so clean. Bro got paid, cause the pay is so lean. Say what I seen, cause I seen what I said. Secure that bag like a fiend for the bread. Hold on, though, cause it's never in doubt. Punch in, brother, but you never punch out.
Okay. Dublin in the building, baby. Yeah.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
that, bro. Yeah, appreciate that, man. We're gonna keep supporting the movement, keep pushing, and you got this, man. Just stay focused.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
I'll try to rig this back up here, wait, I don't know how it's gonna
Yeah,
go. Fucking nothing in.
yeah, that's dope, man. I see what you got going out there, man. He almost as good as you. He getting there.
Hear me?
Mm-hmm.
A
Yep, you
second.
can hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, how do you do?
Oh yeah, I forgot you didn't have the headphones on. Man, he
Yeah,
almost as good as you. He almost there.
yeah,
He getting there. He
almost,
good though.
almost.
Yeah, he almost as good.
Yeah,
Yeah, he right there.
I know
Mm-hmm.
it's probably hard for you to catch the words because we speak so fast as well. So, but
Yeah, I caught that pretty good though. That was pretty clear. There was a few
yeah,
words I think it's probably slang words that I didn't get, but otherwise, yeah, it's
yeah.
cool. You know what I mean? Yeah, that shit was dope.
Josh here would be better spoken than me. You know, I'm more of a. I was dragged up. He was brought up.
What part of Dublin are y'all both from?
Both from the worst part actually. It's classified as the worst part in Western Europe. So it's basically a housing council estate. So it's more like a project. So it's not like flats around. It's like a hood basically. It's called Cherry Orchard. It's been voted the worst place in Europe. Yeah, one of the worst places in Europe for crime and gun violence and no work, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's wild out there. I already know, man. You know what I was thinking about is any historical Irish figure. Like, is there any like historically like Irish revolutionaries that you know their name, know of them, revere them, respect them? Is there
Yeah,
anybody that you can think of?
that would be Bobby Sands. Bobby Sands led the hunger strikers against the
Mm.
English. So he died. He starved himself to death. There was 16 of them that starved themselves to death. Um, because they were treated badly in prison. You know, they weren't classed as political prisoners, prisoners of war. You know what I mean? They were classed as they were thrown in, treated like criminals, whereas they should have been prisoners of war. So they went on a hunger strike, and they all died. Margaret Thatcher let them die. Yeah, she. So even America and all, I don't know who was president at the time. Was it? I wouldn't know who was president of America at the time, but America was basically telling the UK like, listen, you have to give them what they want. They didn't want to wear prison uniforms because they didn't feel like criminals, prisoners. They were prisoners of war. You know what I mean? They were fighting a war here, like, so they shouldn't have been put in with rapists and drug dealers and all when they were prisoners of war. They should have been treated that way. Whereas on the other side, the prisoners of war were treated like prisoners of war. You know what I mean? So,
Hmm.
so they died for their cause. Yeah, 16 of them. So that was a big thing. Yeah,
When was
that
that?
led to bloody. That was in the 80s,
Oh,
70s.
that's what led to the Bloody Sunday.
That's why I led the Bloody Sunday. Bloody Sunday then was basically in Derry. I think that was when Bobby Sands died. The British soldiers opened fire on live rounds on protesters. They killed, I think it was 6, 7 or 8 of them. 8 protesters on Bloody Sunday, yeah. So
Hmm.
that's basically
How do you how do you think that energy in Ireland? feeds into the music and the hip hop culture there?
I think it's more of how we're treated. Like, see, we're treated like dogs basically where we live and all by the government and all. Like, so it's basically the same for people in America in the ghettos and all. Like, they're outcasts. You know what I mean? That's what we are basically. Like, I could drive down the road here 10 minutes away, and there'd be all nice big houses, and they'd be, you know what I mean? They'd all get what they want, but we just get nothing. They treat us like we're dirt basically. So that's where the struggle comes from, and that's where we respect the rappers that are from areas like where I'm from, that like rap about their struggles and not like I'm going out and stabbing him, I'm gonna shoot him. More rapping about what their struggle is. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I think
That's right.
it swells from that. There is an Irish act called Kneecap. They rap in Irish language. They don't rap in English language. They're from the north of Ireland. They rap in Irish language. They got nominated for an Oscar. They have a
Hmm.
biography film out. It's called Kneecap. Should check that out. Obviously, you won't understand it because it's in a foreign language. Read the subtitles. You probably need them
Yeah.
for me anyway. But yeah,
Nah, it's
they were
good.
on they were on SNL and all. I think yeah, they were on SNL. They were on all them in America, all the talk shows, the late night talk shows in America. So they're probably the biggest Irish hip hop act at the minute. But we can't even understand them because we don't speak Irish. You know what I mean? Because people where
That's
we grow up,
hilarious.
we don't learn it. Like I was kicked out of school when I was 12. You know what I mean? I was never in school. They kicked me out when I was 12. So we never learned Irish. You know what I mean?
What'd they kick
So,
you out of school for when you were 12?
funnily enough, for writing a song about the teachers, that's what they kicked me out for.
Bruh. Yeah,
Yeah,
you are a revolutionary with the music, bro. I
yeah.
love it.
I wrote a song. I think it was the real Slim Shady. You know, that was the first song I ever wrote. I changed the words around, and I was talking about the teachers and all in the school. One of the teachers found it. I was kicked out. I was working as a security guard then in a shop. I was in a store when I was 12. Yeah, so.
Kicked out of school, kicked out of Spotify, kicked out of YouTube. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I don't
We got
recommend it though because I can't even release that now. Do you know what I mean? It's horrible. Like I have so
I
much shit in
understand.
my head. I need to get out, creative voice. You know yourself. Like you could be sitting in your
Yeah.
house. You probably write a country album. Do you know what I mean? And then you'd be like, "What the fuck did I write a country album for?" You needed to get out of your head. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'd be
It's
sitting there
true.
with so many things in my head I need to get out. Whether it's like I know you'd be painting and all now as well. So whether I just sit there and I'd paint something or I'd write something or I actually wrote a country song and I was like, why the fuck did I write a country song? Do you know what I mean? So I was like, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, let it out, man. That's the thing about being, a real creative is that we have to get it out. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
So
Like we
like I
just
was saying
literally have to.
this morning I wrote a song called Cali Cali. I actually wrote a reggae album. So I have a reggae album written. I'm never gonna release it. Do you know what I mean? But I just had to get it out, I had to write it. It was flown to me. It was like the universe just gave me this and said this is what it was for me, so I just wrote it. If I didn't write it down,
That,
someone else would have got that. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is.
that's
I'm a
how it
believer
works.
in the universe. Yeah,
It might be for a young reggae artist, man. We might collab. I could definitely connect you with some reggae artists, and maybe they, and then you start getting your songwriting
exactly.
credits and royalties and publishing and
Yeah.
all that.
See,
So,
a lot of the history of Ireland is entrenched in Jamaica and Barbados and all because we were sent to the Caribbean. Like I don't know if a lot of Americans probably wouldn't know this, but Irish people were slaves back in the day as well. We were sent to the Caribbean and we were slaves in the Caribbean with the black the Africans that were sent to the Caribbean. So it was Ireland. Even Rihanna would have an Irish relative in her family, like all the Jamaicans and all. That's why we sort of sound like Jamaican. We have a twang like in Dublin. We have a sort of a twang like a Jamaican accent because Ireland and Jamaica like they were in the trenches together. Do you know what I mean? In Trenchtown all back in the day. So if you read into the history, we were like the European slaves that were sent there, you know. So we've the same
That's
similar
deep.
sort of background and aspect. Yeah,
That's why y'all got that same rhythmic talk. It's very rhythmic. It's like,
yeah.
you
It's
know,
like
it's like,
wagwan, same sort of
yeah,
thing. Yeah,
that's deep. That's super deep. I appreciate you dropping that jewel on us right there. I like that.
yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
So,
I was I was thinking about you know, just to double back on Tupac, I was thinking about when we met when I was with the Outlaws out there, right? And what kind of effect do you think? What kind of like obviously the Pac energy resonates all around the world, right? And
yeah.
everyone has their own specific way to really cherish his legacy, his message, his music, right? So, like you said, when nephew was listening to Tupac, you was like, "Oh, you listen." It's like that inspired you, like, okay, you're on the right path. Like, is there an artist greater than Tupac, or do you think he had the greatest influence over artists there, like as a whole?
Well, like my generation anyway, there was no one bigger than Tupac. Like, nobody. Like
Right.
Tupac is God. That was like, you know what I mean? First artist I ever listened to was Tupac. You know what I mean? And that's all. It's all I still listen to. I don't listen to all these new rap. I don't. I'm just sounds like noise. Like it's not no substance in it. Like whereas Tupac,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even listen to Biggie. Like I'd listen to a bit of Biggie, but it's just Tupac all day long. Like you know what I mean that resonates with us. The struggle that he's talking about and all. Like keep your head up and all. Like that's the same sort of thing that we're going through. Like you see it every day. Like we stepped out of the car now and I walked 10 feet over there. I'd have someone coming up to me ask me for money and all. Like it's horrible. Like you see them everywhere. Like I know you grew up in a rough part in California as well. So I know you know what I'm talking about. Like so when he
I
came
get
out
it.
and was singing them sort of songs, like Brenda's got a baby and all. Like I know someone that threw a baby in a trash can. Like it's relatable. Do you know what I mean? I
Mm.
know a lot of American people be like, "God, he's white, he's privileged, he doesn't know what he's talking about." But like, little do they know what the same. Do you know what I mean? Like I know when
Right.
I was in California there in October, it was October September. My film was premiered, and I was talking to you at the time. I was in
Mm-hmm.
Newport Beach, and we were staying in Newport Beach, and I didn't feel it. I felt like I couldn't stay there. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like people going around, oh, what a glorious day outside. I was like, what the fuck is this? So we had to go to Compton and all. We, me and my partner drove to Compton just to feel like at home more. Do you know what I mean? So we drove to Compton. We'd go out to Compton and all for something to eat because we couldn't. Like, I understand now what they mean about white privilege and all because these people walking around, they were so like privileged. I couldn't believe it. Like, you know what I mean? I was in an elevator and all. I was going in the elevator and there was this woman standing in the elevator. She's looking at me like I was a bit scum. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, bitch, man. I felt like just giving her a bang in my head. Like, so now I understand what the white privilege thing is, but like, it's definitely ain't us. You know what I mean?
Word. Word. How was that movie premiere? I wanted to talk about that anyway, man. Talk about the film. Let them know you did a movie. What is the movie? What's it about? How's the reactions been?
Yeah, so obviously I'm an actor, I'm a writer as well. I write screenplays and I'm a producer. I own my own production company. So we have a film coming out. Can't really say the date, but it's going to be announced soon. It's going to be released worldwide, so it'll be in cinemas and in America. It'll be all over the world. So it's called Amongst the Wolves. Starring Aidan Gillen. You might know Aidan Gillen of Game of Thrones. He's Littlefinger in Game of Thrones. He's in The Wire. He's in everything. He's from Dublin, like. So yeah, I'm in it as well. I'm his right hand man in it. So yeah, look out for that definitely.
That's
So
dope. That's awesome. What's the plot of the movie?
it's about a war veteran who see we don't really have an army in Ireland. Do you know what I mean? The army is just the
Mm.
people that live in these areas. If there's a war, we'd be the ones stepping forward. Because their army is a joke. Like we don't even have tanks. We don't have fighting aircrafts. We don't even have a radar. Like They're like, oh no, the government are like, they don't want to spend the money on that sort of stuff. So they're like, oh no, the Russian boats are off the coast of Ireland. They're like, we don't know where they are. We've no radar. Like, they're fucking stupid. Like, so I mean, the government is a joke in this country. So we've no army. So basically, if someone wants to be in the army, they'd have to go over to the UK and enlist in their army. So the UK, they have a branch of the army called the Royal Irish Army. So people are from Ireland go over there and enlist in their army. I don't know why they'd want to do that, because that'd be a big no-no for us. You know what I mean? But the film is about a fella who goes over and enlists in the army. He has PTSD. He was in Iraq. He's home. He ends up homeless, and he runs foul of a drugs gang on part of the drugs gang. So that's basically what it's about. So I can't really give away
That
too
sounds,
much. But
yeah, no, that sounds amazing. I definitely want to watch it immediately. Like I'm all about it. You know, I'm all into the movies, bro. So
yeah.
I
So
love that you know. Go ahead.
when we were in the States, we had there was all war veterans and all that was there, like the American war veterans that was there at the premiere, you know. So it went well, yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. That's I love the film game, bro. It's a great feeling. Like it's such a great feeling to have a thought and to see it come to life, to watch it on the big screen. Such a dope feeling, man. To organize all your resources to bring together. It's all teamwork, man. You know, it's
That's
a
what it's
beautiful
about.
thing.
Like that. So I'd be more rooted in the film industry now than I would be in the music. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Mm, okay. So you transitioning into more like an executive writer,
I'm a
producer. I see how
writer
you
and
moving.
producer.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't really want to
yeah.
be an actor, but I get dragged into being an actor in films. So I'm in a few films, but I don't really. That's not really my bag. You know what I mean? My bag is more writing or producing. You know?
Just
Ah,
you made me have a flashback, right? Because I was thinking about one of the wild differences between like the projects out there in Dublin and in America. And correct me if I'm wrong. At least when I was there a few years back, it was like in terms of the streets and beefs and street wars and shit like that. It was like harder for people to get a gun than it was to get like a bomb. And so it wouldn't be like drive-bys where you pull up and shoot. They'd pull up and throw a bomb in the window, like some wild gangster next level shit. Like, is that true? Was I informed correctly when I was out there like that? Or?
yeah, I don't know who informed you that, but we could get going in 2 minutes. Like it's just like where I am now. You could get going in 5 minutes. Like, do you know what I mean? But you could get a bomb as well in 5 minutes. I mean, so but like if you don't know the right people, you wouldn't be able to get guns. You know what I mean? Because they're not legal. They're banned. The police don't even have guns. Only the special branches of the police carry guns. So yeah, like I can get a
Oh,
gun in a minute, but the regular person on the street wouldn't be able to get a gun now. But you would find it easier to get a bomb because we all know how to
right.
make them. Do you know what I mean? We could just go and make
Mm,
one. We all know how to make them. We were brought up fighting English. That's all we had was the bomb. You know what I mean? So back in the
that's
day,
deep.
the IRA, which is the Republican Irish Army, they're not the official army. They're like the rebels. So that's what we'd be. You know what I mean? So back in the day, we'd have no guns to fight the British Army. So we'd have to lead them into traps and all and take their guns off them. And then we'd lead another battalion into a trap. We'd take their guns off them. And then we'd have guns. You know what I mean? So that's the way we had to fight them. But we beat them. We got them out of the country. So that's how we beat them anyway.
Man, straight gangster, man. Full salute. Um, this is an amazing conversation, bro. Like you are an incredible force, bro, and I'm glad to call you my brother, man. I can't wait to continue to collaborate with you, bro. Like we got a lot of work to do.
Likewise,
We
bro.
definitely gonna do a movie, man. We're definitely doing a movie.
Oh, a million,
It, it,
million
it just
percent.
it's bigger than hip hop, man. It's bigger than hip hop, and speaking of it's bigger than hip hop, Dead Prez. It's the 25th anniversary of Dead Prez Let's Get Free album with It's Bigger Than Hip Hop. You know that song?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. One of my favorite
Yeah,
songs of all
so
time.
we gotta put y'all together, man, because they definitely I think there'll be a good collaboration between you and maybe M1 from Dead Prez or
Yeah,
maybe
oh, a million
Nephew or
percent.
something, whatever. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
we
We'll
need to
figure that
see.
out. Or a movie,
We need
maybe
to
a
see.
movie, whatever, you know. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Movie's a good show. Yeah,
Yeah, a
yeah.
movie. Yeah, a movie be dope too. Like out there, we shoot it out there. We'll figure it out. We'll put it all together. You know. Is there any artist right now, old or new, that has never performed in Dublin that the streets really want badly? Just crazy. Like if this artist pulled up, it would be everything.
See the problem now is like the problem now in Ireland is like you could bring Tupac could come over tomorrow and he'd be hard to sell because all these
Mm,
kids they don't even all they listen to now is all this drill shit. Do you know what I mean? This fucking I'll stab you, he'll stab him. Let's all stab each other. Do you know what I mean? Fuck off. Do you know what I mean? So like they're
mm.
all brainwashed
Right.
by this garbage that fucking they don't know what real hip hop is. So if you bring over a real hip hop act, it's hard. You're banging your head against the wall. Do you know what I mean? Basically. But that's what we always did. I always brought over the real hip hop acts. And it was hard back then. I can only imagine how hard it'd be now. Do you know what I mean? It'd be a lot harder
Mm,
to sell. I know Mobb Deep played a couple of weeks ago, obviously without Prodigy. They asked me
right.
to bring them over, but I couldn't bring them over without Prodigy because when I brought them over back in the day, Prodigy was there. And it just didn't sit right. And it's just Havoc. So, man, as much as I love Havoc, I couldn't do it. Like, but they sold out, so fair play to them. It was a little venue,
That's
but they
right.
sold out, so I was surprised.
Right. Right. I mean, you know, I get it, man. That's the landscape. You know, that's the landscape we're dealing with right now. You know, because it's so it's all it's not even based on art anymore. It's just metrics. You know, who's
No,
got the biggest
yeah.
numbers, the streams, and opinions are basically based on data instead of like, oh, I actually like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's
So
actually dope.
have you seen the trends on Instagram now? So if we go out, say if you had a big chain, I asked you for a lend of that chain, a loan of it. You gave me that chain, and I had a stack of money in my hand, and I took a photograph on Instagram. Like statistically, that photo would do better than if we didn't have that chain, that money in my hand. Like it's you
Right.
fake it till you make it, but like but
It's a
I
code.
can't.
It's psychological, bro. It's crazy. I was just
Yeah,
talking to somebody the other day, and I was like, look, if I took a picture of the beach, like a beautiful beach, right? And I posted it and I said, world's most beautiful beach, right? And if I took that same picture and said, world's most dangerous beach, right? The one that
yeah.
says dangerous is going to get way more engagement. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
fucking
Like,
yeah. It's
it's crazy.
I like. Do you know what I want? I was only saying this to someone the other day. I wonder if Tupac and Biggie and all were like we're only coming up now, would they have made it?
Mm,
Because it's all this garbage is getting right to the top, and it's would they have broke through? You know what I mean? Do you reckon?
that's a deep question. How is Ireland or Dublin specifically receiving, like the streets in Dublin? How are they receiving Kendrick Lamar right now?
Oh, they're all over Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, Kendrick is popping.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
like the
okay.
Drake. Like personally, I don't listen to Kendrick. I don't listen to Drake. I don't listen to any of that. I'm old school. Do you know what I mean? So I
Right.
know Kendrick is doing big things, but personally, I don't listen to that sort of hip hop. Do you know what I mean?
Mm,
I know he has bars coming out of his ears, but the Aim Minor bar in particular is popular. But I don't go and listen to him. I'd hear him on the radio or whatever. I wouldn't knock it off, but I don't go looking for those songs and listen to them. But Josh here listens to Kendrick. He's a Kendrick fan, so yeah,
would
he
you
might
consider
bang.
Kendrick, like being an old school dude from Dublin, rap dude? Would you consider Kendrick still real hip hop? Like, even though you're not listening to it all the time, maybe the frequency isn't your frequency, but is he exhibiting like real hip hop to you, like how you perceive it in Ireland?
Personally, I haven't listened to enough of his songs. I've listened to Be Humble song and Not Like Us. They're the only two I can recall. So not really. I wouldn't say
Okay,
he's real hip hop. Not really.
okay, okay,
He's,
okay, okay.
he's still I'd still say that is he talking about his struggles and all? I don't know. See, I don't
Definitely.
know him. Is he?
Yeah, you definitely. Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
Yeah,
I know
struggle,
Nipsey. I know
sacrifice.
Nipsey.
Yeah, cool.
Nipsey Hussle. I like Nipsey. He probably would have been the most recent one I would have listened to. Nipsey. But,
Man, rest in peace to the legend, man. Nipsey
yeah,
Hussle. The marathon continues. You know,
definitely.
it's
But
I got some great Nipsey stories that I'll share another time. Yeah,
yeah,
mm-hmm.
100%. I'd love to hear them. But
Yeah, it's good.
it would be more like Dead Prez, Tupac, Mob Deep, all them sort of acts. Like, I'm stuck in my ways, maybe.
Outlaws.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like
let's get it.
it's like you probably said to your someone older than you when you're growing up, they're listening to 80s music, and you're like, get that shit off, and they're saying this was our 70s or whatever. This is what we listened to back in the day, and now it's us saying that to other people about Tupac
All right.
and Biggie and all, and they're like, what's that shit? You're like, what you mean, what's that shit? It's how you know you're getting
Because the
old, isn't it?
impact. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's definitely one of the ways. And watching my kids grow up, that's how I really know I'm getting old.
Yeah,
Because seeing
yeah,
them grow up, I'm like, Jesus, y'all, boy, y'all, what's going on, man? Time is moving, man. And we gotta keep it pushing for the babies, bro, and keep pushing for
yeah,
the
absolutely.
culture, and keep standing up for people.
I do think it will come back around
It
full
will.
circle.
Everything is in cycles. All of
Yeah,
the universe is cyclical. You know what I mean? Everything is waves, bro. And it's like, it's a thing, man. And
you just have to wait
let's
it
just
out,
keep
isn't it?
this, yeah, yeah. Let's keep this energy moving, man, and keep standing up for oppressed people around the world with our art, and helping
Yeah,
them and contributing. You're a great voice out here, man. You and nephew, I wish you all the success in the world, man. I hope you live
cheers.
over 100 years, man, and all your hard work pays off for your family.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Hopefully,
Yeah, for
hopefully.
real. Yeah,
Yeah, we
for
have to
real. And
definitely
so,
get a movie going soon. Definitely, 100%.
no,
Um,
ASAP, like immediately, like let's chop it up in the next, few weeks and make an actual
yeah, yeah.
plan and let's do a movie like this year. Like I'll come out to
Definitely,
Ireland. It's
definitely,
good. Yeah, it's good. I need to
definitely.
get
We
back
can
out
even
there.
shoot them both. We can shoot over here and shoot some of over there, even. You know.
Yep, both. Yeah, we do both. Make it all work. And we get some shows for nephew and we'll tie it all in, There's some other places
100%.
in Europe I could get shows for nephew too and help
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
share some resources too. Um,
And likewise with
how the
Dead
show
Prez and
works.
yourself.
Yeah, come on, let's bring Dead Prez out. It's 25th anniversary,
Yeah,
man. Like, let me
yeah,
know if
yeah.
there's, if y'all want to book
Right.
that. We'll come out there. I'll be with them. It's all good.
Mm. Have you talked to Edie or anything lately?
Yeah, I talked to him last week. I talk to him all the time.
How's he
Shout
getting
out
on?
Edie. He's good, man. Shout out Edie from the Outlaws. Shout out Recordian. Recordian is his new streaming app that he's launching.
Recording.
Shout out, all his music. Check all his stuff out. Outlaws for Life.
Yeah.
Shout out Noble.
Right.
Rest in peace, Fatal. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I was
it's
actually
it's it's
talking
all
to Fatal.
family.
I was only speaking to Fatal the day he died, man. It was horrible. Because we actually did
Wow.
a music video with Noble, and Fatal was only over here. I think it was 2 weeks before he died. I don't think you were with him that time. We brought him over the second time, and
No, he
we
couldn't
was
get
on the
over. He
phone.
was having passport issues, like kind of thing.
Yeah, no, but we brought him over again. We brought him over
Mm-hmm.
again, and Fatal was there. So we did a music video, and I was talking to Fatal then, and I was like, yeah, it was only before he died. Like, then I found out he died. It was horrible. Rest in peace,
Man, he's
Fatal.
such a genuine human, man. I remember when I first met, because I had been down with the Outlaws for years on tour around the world with family already, and then I met Fatal, right? But it was like me and
Mm,
Edie and Noble and Castro and Stormy, and it was like, but I never seen Fatal for the first few years. And then when I first met him, I had did an album with the homie in Atlanta. And I had barely just met him one time. And I was like, yo, I'm shooting a video for one of my songs. This dude pulled up by himself just to kick it and be in my video. I felt so loved and respected from him. We just hit it
yeah,
off right there at that moment, man. Like, he was such a genuine soul, man. Yeah, definitely rest in peace.
definitely
Yeah.
genuine. Funnily, when the Outlaws came back over, the first thing they did is just we're home. You know what I mean? So,
Mm.
so they had the connection with Ireland, with Dublin in particular. And see, that's the thing, because if a regular artist comes over here and he's playing in the big arena and there's big promoter bringing them over, they won't see the real Dublin. They just get
Mm.
from the airport to the hotel to the show, back to the airport and they're gone. Whereas we used to bring you around, you know what I mean?
Yeah, y'all brought us
So,
around. Y'all had us in the spots. Yeah.
yeah.
And on some funny shit for all the drinking people out there, man, yo, the bars in Ireland, it's next level, bro. Like, they're so drunk in that motherfucker, bro. Like, they're holding each other up. Like, I seen a dude at the bar fall over drunk, and they picked him up and put him back on the bar stool and, like, shook his
yeah,
shoulder, like, you got this, and, like, gave him another beer, bro. I was like, yo, this is another level, bro. Yeah,
yeah. I'm
it's
not
different.
much of a drinker myself, but
Me
it is
neither.
what it is.
Yeah, a little bit sometimes, but
Yeah,
just to see it though, you know what I'm saying? Just to
that's
see it.
funny,
Yeah,
funny.
it's a
Yeah,
funny. Yeah, it's funny as
yeah.
fuck. Industrial strength dopeness, and you 100% are that, brother. You are all the way to top level dopeness, man. I really appreciate you, the
Appreciate that.
human. How the show works, how we conclude the show, how we wrap it up, is now your song title from the morning, right? Frozen in the Sun,
Yeah,
has gone viral on the charts since this interview started, and now we're going to
yeah.
pitch it as a movie, right? So right now in the interview, let's come up with an idea for Frozen in the Sun, the movie, right?
Frozen in the
The
sun.
only the only rule, the biggest budget ever, anybody can direct it, Tarantino, whatever, but there's only one rule. It has to have a role for at least Danny DeVito, Viola Davis, or Snoop Dogg. One of the three, or all of them, gotta fit in there somewhere, right?
Okay,
We
all
gotta
right,
throw.
I got one. So there's had to be in a world catastrophe event there. So global warming come in. The world is frozen over now. We're going into ice age, yeah. So
Big budget. I like this.
yeah, so it's a big ice age around the world. Everybody's at the dying out. Everybody's frozen. So after say 30, 40 years, whatever, the sun is back out. The ice is melting, and so these aliens come down to Earth. Oh, everyone's gone, eh? So the aliens come down to Earth, and they're like, right, they're looking around. They find a big block of ice, and they bring it out. It's in the shade. They bring it out into the sun. The ice starts to melt, and it's Snoop Dogg, and they bring him back to life. And Snoop Dogg is telling the
Yes.
aliens. Snoop Dogg is telling the
Yeah.
aliens what life was like on Earth and all. He's rapping to them and stuff like that.
This is the greatest film of all time, bro. We
Yeah,
need like Michael Bay. We need some big
yeah,
director to direct this. So
yeah.
let's see. We're looking at like, is this a drama,
I
action?
think,
What do you think?
yeah,
Comedy?
more of a comedy, I'd say. Yeah.
All right, so
So,
comedy. You know what I'm saying? Apocalyptic, world ending, global warming, frozen event. And then the sun come out and Snoop Dogg gets melted and they melt Snoop Dogg from an ice cube and he goes and explains to the
yeah,
aliens what was
yeah,
popping.
yeah.
This is a fantastic film. You heard the pitch right here. Somebody come produce this movie with us. Let's make it happen. I'm sure
Or
Dogg will be on
if
deck.
not Snoop, it could be actually Ice Cube himself.
It
uh,
literally has to be Ice Cube.
has to be, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
And Snoop will be there too. It'd be them together.
Yeah,
They ain't a group together anyway. So it's like fuck
yeah,
it, right? You know what I'm saying? It's all good. We put it all there.
yeah.
Yo, that's
Oh,
crazy.
I'd actually I'd like to see that film, man. It'd be
I'd
good.
like to see that movie too. That'd be a great
Yeah,
movie, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's a great
And
movie.
he has the aliens. He has the aliens because they can bring people back from the dead. So he has the aliens going around bringing all his homies and all back from the dead. So we have Tupac
Ooh,
back. He's bringing everybody back, and so
ooh.
they basically run real all over the world. Then making civilization, and it's just a
That
big
sounds
rap
like
community.
a trilogy, bro. That's the new Star Wars right there.
Yeah, be
Hmm.
sick, wouldn't
Yeah, I
it?
like that
Yeah,
a lot, bro. I like that a lot. I love your imagination, man. Great conversation. Very inspiring,
appreciate it,
brother.
bro.
Yeah, let's stay connected. Let's stay tuned in.
Oh, 100.
I'm gonna end the recording now, but you can stay on real quick and we
Yeah,
can chop it up.
Yeah,
All right.
no doubt.
So, bam, that was it, man. Y'all, tune into the brothers movement, his music, nephew, everybody. We're going to leave links and all that. It's an amazing thing.
Thank you.
Y'all support the Irish hip hop community, man, and what's going on out there and the struggle of those people out there. Y'all, just so y'all aware of it now. And bam, boom, industrial strength dopeness, man. We out here.
Hello.
Bam.